Hey guys, so we're here for another video, and today we are interviewing
Gurdit. I'm Daniel.
I'm Rahim. Okay, so thank you so much for meeting with us today, guys. So what year are you guys in?
First year, man.
First year. You are right?
You are.
Okay, and you are what year?
I'm a first year medical student at University of Toronto.
Okay, perfect. So first question I have for you is, which extracurricular experience do you think had the greatest impact on strengthening your medical school application, and why?
I was an employee for the City of Ottawa for the last 10 years. So the longevity in that was good. I was an aquatic supervisor. But then I started off as camp counselor, lifeguard, swimming instructor. And then I ended up being an aquatic supervisor, first aid instructor.
Yeah.
So I did that for the last 10 years. So I think that longevity and the different roles.
Yeah, that's some nice ECs.
That's a great question. I feel like everyone has like 1 to 2 activities that really set them apart. I think in undergrad, I had a big passion for medical education, so we actually had a little group of students who build education resources for people, like practice problems. We even did in-person tutoring sessions to help people, and it was so good that we started collaborating with faculty and created a culture where students created resources to help each other, and I think that really stood out because I was just big on education.
Yeah, that's awesome. What about you?
Similarly to that, where I had a lot of longevity as a Red Cross disaster management volunteer. So basically for small-scale disasters like house fires and stuff, we'd go out with our team to meet the beneficiaries.
Yeah.
And I eventually became a trainer and then a supervisor. And so from a small city outside of Ottawa, so I became the team lead for that area.
Okay.
And so I was with them. I'm still with them.
Oh,
so
nice.
Just that longevity and multiple different roles I had.
Okay.
I think played a big role in getting accepted.
Okay, that's really cool. Awesome. So second question for you guys is, what is one common perception or piece of advice about medical school that you guys realized wasn't accurate when you started?
I guess one thing for me would be, at least when it comes to studying, everybody has different study habits. And a lot of people will ask other upper years or, what would you advise us on how to study?
Yeah.
And one of the most common answers is Anki, Enki, however you want to call it. I personally am not a big fan of it, so I don't use Enki.
Yeah. So what do you recommend?
I mean, honestly, it depends on the person. For some people, it's really good. I like to make flow charts, just read notes over and over again. But at the same time, I might use Enki for something like studying anatomy, something more repetitive. But when it comes to studying other things, I'd like to switch it up, do different things.
Last question for you guys is, if you could go back to your pre-med years, what is one thing you would do differently to better prepare for medical school, or even the application in general?
I think I would reach out to med students earlier, to get an idea of what they did. Because looking back at it, I didn't really talk to anyone.
Yeah.
I kind of figured it out myself, trial and error. So I didn't know right away, okay, I need to do research, starting from first year, second year, third year. So I started doing all of the extracurricular stuff kind of late. Like I said, I did my swimming instructor and aquatic supervisor. That's something I just genuinely liked, so I had a long-term thing with that. But other things in med specific, like doing research, joining clubs, contacting doctors, contacting med students, I didn't do any of that until later on, realizing I should and network and figure out how people got in themselves.
For sure.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Reach out to med students, physicians, residents, just have a bunch of mentors that you can ask.
Yeah.
And also look at whichever schools you're applying to and look at all the requirements. So if they take the MCAT, make sure you score well on the MCAT. If they look at the CASPER, make sure you score well on the CASPER. Because I would say GPA is probably the most important.
Yeah.
But then stuff like CASPER, MCAT, they are very high up there.
Are very important, yeah.
Because the main thing is don't mess up your GPA. That's 4 years. If you mess up your GPA, then you have to think about, am I going to do another degree?
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, don't forego CASPER, MCAT, and the other parts of the application.
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. I feel like, when you're in pre-med, you don't know if you're going to make it or not. No one has that certainty. So it's important to, if I could go back, I wish I could enjoy life a bit more. I feel like not be so serious. And things have a way of working out, as corny as that sounds. But I generally believe, people, med students used to tell me that, and then I wouldn't believe it. But I think I would say, trying to prioritize my own wellness as well. The rat race is always there. So.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, man.
No worries.
Well, thanks so much, guys, for your time.
All right, thank you.
It was nice meeting you guys.
You too.